Hey, 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 hey. I see you repping your squad, but welcome to the show, Girl Chat Sports with Mo and Mel. It is a Wednesday evening, West Coast Wednesdays. Welcome to the show. We have a good show for you. Of course, we're going to start it off hot and go over this WNBA draft, what we expect from the league, and as with our aces as well, we're going to talk about our Las Vegas sports, some jugadores, and of course, some updates in the NBA with the current play-ins right now. My Bulls are going at it, so let's keep this show to an hour so I can at least watch the rest of the game.
Yeah, right.
And of course, we got some NFL news and some girl power. So stick with us. If you're watching now, feel free to share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is free. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girlchatsports. Hit us up on social media, all over social media at Girlchatsports. Yes.
All one
Welcome
word.
to the show. Welcome to the show. Hey, Alicia, thanks for tapping in.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
Alicia. What's up?
Yeah, so we got a lot. I mean, the WNBA draft, the WNBA, first of all, it saw its highest numbers ever in the draft history. Just scorched the previous record. They have an average of 2.45 million viewers, which is up last year was only 570. So they were already up, like they tripled, quadrupled their numbers. And last year's 570,000 was 4%, a 42% increase from 2002. The previous record, the highest record, was 600,000. That was in 2001 when Diana Taurasi was drafted number 1. So this is unheard of, whether it be the Caitlin Clark effect, the Angel Reese effect, the Cameron Brink effect, the Camila Cardoso effect. These ladies in this draft class really brought it, and the numbers don't lie. Kathy Engelbert also talked about having an expansion. She discussed in the pre conference with media that she expects to have she expects to have 16 teams by the year 2028. Okay, so we already got one in San Francisco. That'll be next year. And then so we'll have 3 more in 3 years, 4 years ish.
Totally doable, though, by the way.
Absolutely doable.
Yeah.
The question is where? That previous screen we mentioned, it had on there like the Philadelphia, Portland, South Florida, Toronto, Denver, Nashville, all viable. There was a video post of people wanting them in Philly. People want them, and of course in Indiana and Indianapolis, because Iowa's just strong women's basketball state right now and could be for a while. So it's interesting. I know Toronto, I know Canada wants one, but I feel like with these travel issues that seemingly linger throughout the seasons, that I don't think people want to get stuck across the border or vice versa when we're having travel ban issues and airline flight issues. I mean, these planes are breaking down out there, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
That probably
It'll
my
be a
least
lot.
favorite.
What?
I like the
Yeah.
Philly. I like the Philly
I
option
think
for
Philly would
sure.
be good. I think
Yeah.
I think Philly would be a good look. So we'll see. I know people, shout out to SC the second, who had me on his show yesterday. He, of course, wants to have the Houston team get their team back, get the Comets back, which, of course, is one of the first starters of the league. And 4-time WNBA champions came out of there. So it should be interesting to see where they choose, what they choose. But I think Philly is a good look. I think anywhere Midwestern would be nice. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. But the draft was amazing. These ladies came out. They showed out. We got to give it up to Rakia. I forgot what her Jackson. Is it Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She is the first person to have an outfit change within the WNBA draft, and she did it flawlessly. I thought it looked
I like the
amazing.
wardrobe change. It's a good look.
It's a good look, and it was cute because on Twitter, I know like Sydney Colson was talking about it, like, man, and someone had posted their draft class picture, and they all looked like they were like student council members or something. Like it was very not the same. So to see the evolution of draft class has been pretty amazing to see too. Of course, we saw Caitlin Clark go number 1. She'll be teaming up with Aaliyah Blaston in the Indiana Fever. We got to see Chicago Sky pick up Angel Reese as well as
Loaded.
Camila Cardosa. These two are going to be large and in charge in Chicago. I'm wondering if they did like a rock paper scissors for the 10. You know, like who gets to keep
because
10.
they're both number 10. I wonder who's gonna outdo who or gift the next
Well,
person.
well, this is what it is. So Angel Reese will be wearing 5, and Camilla got 10. So
10,
I'm just,
okay.
it'd be. I kind of would like to know like how that little portion played out. You never know. You never know what happens. But it was a great time. Of course, Caitlin and Aaliyah will be joining the rest of the Ann and a Fever. Kelsey Mitchell, Melissa Smith, Katie Lou Samuelson will be back after she took a year off for pregnancy leave and to have a baby. They got Erica Wheeler still there. So they still got a little crowd.
Yeah, they do.
We got to talk about, and then Angel and Camilla, they're going to the Sky team with their new head coach, Teresa Witherspoon. This is basically like a Becky Hammon part 2. I mean, you've got a great, highly accoladed head coach that has coached in the NBA as an assistant, has been head coaching in college, long track record, and she will get to be teaming up with those 2 rookies, as well as you still have Diamond DeShields is there, Isabella Harrison. I mean, they got a squad, and they announced their new assistant head coach. We may know her. We know her out here, Ty Young. So congrats to Ty. She's out there. It's interesting because shout out to Natalie when we were watching the draft. She was like, "Why is Ty in the Sky's draft, like their draft war room?" And I'm like, I didn't even see her. But yeah, that is the reason why. So awesome for Ty. That is going to be an amazing duo for them. So really good times. I did want to show a little bit of, Caitlin Clarkson. She's been out there. She was on Saturday Night Live on Saturday night while she was in New York. Today she had her press conference in Indiana. She got to, what did she do? She hung with, I think Halliburton came and said what's up to her and congratulated her. She had a press conference we'll get to in a second. She also was on the Pat McAfee show. So here's a little clip.
MCAFEE.
McAfee, isn't that what I said?
McAfee. You love saying
McAfee. I said McAfee, didn't I? Damn.
No,
I said it right yesterday, I swear.
I know.
I just feel it's the spelling. Anyways, here it is from the McAfee show.
MCAFEE, McAfee. I don't understand why that's so hard.
MCA, it should be McAfee. If it's MCAFE.
No, it's just MCAFEE.
That would be McAfee.
Like McDonald's, that's what it is. It's exactly.
But it's McDonald's, not McDonald's. There's the difference.
Well, some people say McDonald's though.
Well, and they're saying it wrong.
Yeah, they are. But they do say McDonald's. Some people.
And so I say McAfee. Anyway, again.
I love it though. I love it. But yeah, she was on there, and he's a big Indiana guy. So
he is. Listen, he's like ready to come. Yeah, check this one out.
I'll be like moving here in like a week, so.
Oh, welcome to the city.
Yeah.
Already find a place?
Yeah, I'll be like a weekly guest on here, I guess, if you want me to.
Deal.
Yeah.
All right,
sign a contract.
All right, that was going to be an off-show conversation.
Yeah.
You brought it up. That is binding. That is binding.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty interesting if she would. I'm sure she would have no problem in being able to make it happen, being there in the city where they film. So it's pretty interesting. We got to learn a little bit about the players too. So we know that Cameron Brink went number 2, staying in California and LA. What I didn't realize, and a lot of people didn't realize, that Cameron Brink's mom, who was on the production line for John Staley's shoe product, she's also the god sister to the Curry brothers, and so Sonia Curry was there with them at draft night.
Yeah, because they were roommates. Her mom and Sonia were college
crazy. I mean, crazy. So much stuff that you didn't know. Absolutely. I mean, it was just it was definitely.
Shout out to the dress, because she really brought orange carpet ready. Shout out to the dress.
Yeah,
she
did.
Was really, really cute on her. She looked like a model.
I would have thought she was going Met style.
She looked
good. She looked like she was Hollywood. She literally
was very Hollywood.
She can definitely take up acting in the off season.
She's best in show for me.
She was good, but I have to also give it up to Alyssa Peely, because this outfit. The way that her tribal tats came through there was so amazing. The material, the pattern, it was all
of that had a story, and I loved it.
I love it. And then we got to give it, Caitlin's shown that she's a real woman. She made the shoe swap. We know we've been there. We've done that. You get out in the glam, and then you got to put the comfies on after a while.
Oh, absolutely. Man, the heels are just kind of tough sometimes. It's hard.
Heels are tough.
Yeah.
And you also have to give it up for the possible future first-round draft pick next year. Paige, she was out there like
vibe.
She was out there like a proud mama taking videos of all her UConn Husky teammates, and she was a vibe. Her whole outfit was nice too. I wish I had.
Louis Vuitton. I didn't shout out to Louis on that. She had head to toe to the sneakers and everything. I was like,
head to toe. The bag. Man, this was the official draft order, and this was some of the draft class. I guess they were giving out scores. I mean, I don't know. I think some did better than. I don't feel like this is very accurate, but we will see when the season starts. We will see when the season starts.
I give the Aces a B+ on ours, not just no B.
Listen, the Aces came through with some fire, not even realizing, like me not realizing at first. I was like, oh man, we're getting the guard first. Like but when you looked at how we got these players, we got her in the second round.
Right.
We got all these players in second and third round that are going to be, I think, talented. Unfortunately, we're going to get to in a second is that our squad is so full. It's going to be interesting to see how training camp goes and how
who stays and who goes,
who makes it and who doesn't. It's going to be wild.
Well, we need another big, so I feel like our big isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I would hope so. Well, she's not going to be probably playing this year because she is injured, but she's going to be at the Aces practice facility that has like the highest tech staff, the best doctors, medical staff, I'm sure.
Oh, good.
So it's going to be, I think, a good look for her. Shout out to one of our previous guests a while back, Rachel Galligan. She's big on the WNBA broadcast and she's big on the WNBA news and tweets. So they did a live show for Bleacher Report. This is how they rank the teams for rankings for this coming season, the power rankings. They have the Sky at the very bottom and Fever in 9th. They've got Vegas, New York, Connecticut Sun, Wings, Storm, Mercury, Lynx, Dream, Fever, Sparks, Mystic, Sky. So I don't know.
I do like Aces number 1. We're definitely 3
Well, of
down.
course.
I do like the Liberty at 2. Sun is 3. Absolutely. That's accurate. I think I probably would have moved the Sky up a couple notches.
I don't feel like they're going to be the bottom. I mean, I feel like they
either.
I don't think the Dream are going to be as great. Obviously, the Mystics aren't going to be as great.
Yeah,
I think the Sparks are still going to struggle.
I don't know. I was thinking I'd switch those two.
Yeah. So it should be interesting. It should be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Aces is at number 1, so I'm all good.
Well,
good
that's all that matters, right? Yeah.
Because they're the first team in the WNBA to ever sell out their season tickets. So we're breaking all kinds of barriers. And if we become a dynasty with that 3-peat, it's just
absolutely. Shout out to Chris Wynn in the comments. He said that Kathy is all her time. She's a hottie.
Go ahead, Chris. Shoot your shot, brother.
Yes, shoot. Better get in those DMs, Chris. Seriously. Yeah. What's up, Jonathan? Thanks for tapping in. We appreciate you. So,
podcast, we love them.
Yeah, WNBA man has just, and then of course, because now everybody's paying attention to it, there were so many viewers. There's also all the memes and the pictures and the tweets about the salaries. I don't know where people have been living. Obviously, if they're a new fan, they hadn't realized what the salaries were. So now it's becoming like this whole well, you know why it's this and that. And then, okay, well, we get it. Everything. But the point is that this has been happening for a while. So it's not new.
Right.
And not to mention, this is also why we've had these players playing overseas for so long to get more money. But but when Kathy did her press conference, she said this: if you want, to get more revenue, you have to watch, buy, rep, and attend. So for all those people that are posting all these posts about salaries and this woman should make more, or like Russell Wilson even said, gave him prayers like, we got to make this right. Are you buying merchandise? Are you going to games? Are you watching on TV?
Are you buying a team?
He don't even know where he's going to be next.
But he got a lot of money. It's not like he can't buy it.
He could make one for Pittsburgh. He could put it in. He could put it in Pittsburgh. Put one up in there.
Or he could do Philly. He could do
So
whatever.
again, repeat with me: watch, buy, rep, and attend. That's all you got to do.
Well, this is the funny thing about all of that, because Caitlin Clark was the only one whose jersey got released and sold out immediately.
Sold out.
But I want to know why hers only and not Angel Reese's and everyone else's.
That part. I mean, we can obviously say that the Iowa fans are insane about their team. So they were
but I want to see the Angel Reese jersey too. Like they've got
but I'm saying, so then we got to ask her fans, like the LSU fans, what are you doing? Why haven't you sold her to, I feel like the Iowa State, like they were waiting 2-4 hours in line before games. They were selling out there. So I mean, I kind of figured like this kind of thing was happening. So yeah, where are the rest of these fans at and their purchasing power?
Well, no, what I'm saying is they only released Caitlin Clark's. They didn't release any of the other players' jerseys.
Oh, they didn't.
He was the only one. That's what I'm saying. Why didn't they not release all the other players?
Well, perhaps they didn't release hers because of the number change. They weren't sure.
That could be the thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
And camera breaks.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, could be. But I'd like to see the Sky jerseys for that and see what those sales look like. But yeah, hers was Caitlin Clark's was the only one that got released that night.
Maybe that's because they knew that was going to have to be her.
That was going to be the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, that's been a conversation.
Huh.
But it could be because of the numbers. But now that they've got their jerseys, let's see them on sale. They're not on sale yet. Like, upload those joints. Because you got people that are fans of hers as well that aren't even repping Louisiana so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious to just know why.
Absolutely, Alicia. Watch, buy, rep,
and
attend.
Yeah.
We've
been stressing this, and I'm more so focused on the women doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's gonna get a sneaker too, Jonathan Watson. I've been stressing though for women to step up and start watching, attending, purchasing. Like we preach this, I'm not even like so much begging on the male counterparts. I love the support from the men, but where are women? We're supposed to be this united front. I want all of us to definitely step up, watch these games, support these women.
We do. I mean,
we do.
We do. I've been going to those games since they got here. So,
yeah, right.
I mean,
right. No, I'm not even talking about us. We do our due diligence. We got jerseys. We've done what our due diligence. We're doing the work, but I want to see everybody come out. And that's to your point, why everybody explains, well, how come they don't get this? Let's be real. They were flying commercial too. Flights would get stranded.
Yeah.
Flying commercial. I mean, they were going through it. And not for nothing. You got to understand when Caitlin Clark's Idol first started, her salary was only $35,000.
And that was the other point that I think
salary was $35,000 when she started.
Right. I think someone else had made the point that even 4 or 5 years ago, the starting salary was $45,000 for so for them to be into 75, they've made progress. It's just not. Think about
it. If she did 4 years in college and say she graduated with any kind of degree or whatever, her starting salary probably would have been 75 in college, out of college anyway, maybe.
Yep. That part.
But her endorsements and everything else, she's going to be a multimillionaire. Just bet on that. She's definitely going to get a sneaker. She's definitely going to be, if I was her agent, Jake from State Farm, they would have to be throwing me a bag, or I'm going to Progressive. Like whatever they're offering, we're going to double and triple it, because I'm going to go to Progressive and be with Flo then, if you can't. Just saying.
He said, give it the full bag. I'm going to Progressive. Shoot, it could be any. There's a bunch of insurance companies out there. You can get that money anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But these girls, like I said, like their NIL deals aren't canceling when they come over.
No,
they're just they go from NIL to their endorsement deals. So
right, exactly.
They're gonna keep that money. And I also one other thing about the draft too, I can't wait to see this when they picked up Zool. Was it Nika Zool?
Yeah, that's dope.
Man. First of all, she's the one that broke Sue Bird's some of her scoring records. And then she's got the same number. She's going to be going to Seattle Storm. So The Storm could use that. She'll be she'll getting some help from the rest of the Seattle squad there. You've got a bunch of new players. Jewel's still there, of course. Nneka's
I
going to
feel
be
like she was
there.
probably a fan of Sue Birds like that, and was just kind of like, "This is where I need to be. This is where I belong." It worked. Had a story with it, so yeah. But it was a very entertaining draft. Shout out to the LA Sparks watch party. That was like the celebrity party as well.
Yeah, it was.
They had their
I thought Magic was there hosting
Magic
it.
was hosting. They had a good time. Like, that was cool.
That was really good. They needed to have like a draft party out here or something.
Yeah,
but I mean, I know we don't have the first round picks this year, but would have been cool. Would have been cool. I had my own little draft party, so that's all that matters. And Angel Reese also mentioned that she's looking for a new name because she's not Bayou Barbie anymore. So she's asking Chicago and the rest of the WNBA fans to give her some inspiration on what her new name should be. There were some comments like Sky City Reese, or I think someone had put like Wind City Barbie. I mean, there was a bunch of like, so she's trying to find what her new moniker is.
Well, we'll give her a name when we see her play. Depending on how her performance is, we'll give her a name.
All that. All that.
That's how they get the nicknames. They don't call us, we didn't call Steph Curry Splash Brother before he got drafted. Or Splash, you know what I mean? Like, we have to see him play and perform before we can even give him names. Same with Kelsey. We were watching her, and I was calling her Plum Sauce after I saw how saucy she was. Like, we have to see these girls, what their skill set's gonna look like with these women.
You gotta see what happens. What happens. Yeah.
Can't give her a name just yet. Let me see what it's looking like.
Chris said Windy City Vixen.
Why she gotta be a vixen though? Like, come on, man. Why she gotta be a vixen?
Come on, Chris.
Yo, vixen, is that what we're doing now?
What's up to Sports Life Talk in the building too?
Yes,
you guys tapping in. Absolutely.
Yeah,
so we're
let's see what our game looking like. Let's see what's popping.
Yeah, we gotta see what the game's looking like.
Right.
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Another hot topic that I didn't get the full picture of is that we need to address real quickly, because I know you sent it to me as well. But these women's Olympic track and field uniforms. And what's crazy is that on Nike's, when they posted all their uniforms and their kits, they mentioned that they were inspired and they're made specifically for these athletes and their specific, competitions. And I'm just curious, like, what woman said, yes, please make it as high arc as possible. Give me the bikini brief and have it barely cover anything.
And so with the possibility of a camel paw.
I mean, they're going to be a lot of camel lips, everything out. That stretch of fabric in the middle, that stretch in the fabric in the middle has got to be maybe like 2 inches tops.
They had a line for that. And was there a woman in the room when they consulted it?
Right. I mean, and maybe for the track, but what about like, the women that are doing like the shot
I don't even want to see this for track. If you're running and that thing is
what if you're in the hurdles? What if you got this on and you're hurdling? That thing ain't gonna stay in the same place.
Oh my God. Nike got to do better. That's out of line.
So clearly the women were not involved on the inception of what this outfit would look like. And it is ridiculous.
It is. It's obscene enough. It's obscene.
I just hope that they're able to maybe swap out and wear like the guy's shorts or I mean, there's got to be something. I'm assuming they've had
a problem with their kids.
They've had a ton of backlash, and this is what they need to figure out. So hopefully they can get together before Paris comes, because that's just embarrassing. And I hope it's not more. I hope it's not more than the track. I mean, I don't know what other competitions those specific set of uniforms are slated for, but listen.
It's like a mix of the unitard for gymnastics mixed with like there's no like what? I don't get it.
But gymnastics, they also have, I think they also use that kind of tape or whatever to keep it on a certain area. Like theirs don't really
but it's not high brief like this.
No, not like that at all.
Jesus. I remember FloJo's outfits, and I remember how her unitard would be, or her uniform when she run in. It was never a high brief. It was
never a high cut ever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I feel like you're running, and then you got almost like G-string in the back, and then it's gonna do a whole Borat thing. Like they watched the movie Borat and was like, oh, this is it.
Or that meme that was going around that you were like, oh Lord, what's she doing? The girl that was like partying in New Orleans or something with her.
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah.
was. So yeah, let's hope that figures out. I didn't even catch this one, but thank you, Sports Life Talk. It reminds me, he said he's going to beat me in fantasy. We have
Okay.
the women's WNBA draft. I'll have to figure out when that is because obviously the season starts on the 15th or the 14th, so I need to get with it. But yes, year 2 of the Girl Chat Sports.
Have you been
WNBA.
winning back to back?
We only had one. We only had
Oh, you
one
only had
last
the
year.
one so far. I thought you had 2.
Did we have 2?
I thought you had 2.
Oh, this could be the 3rd. Gosh, I
Yeah.
gotta get myself together.
Did you win the last 2? You
I
don't
think I only
remember?
won one.
Oh, okay. I thought Natalie won the first one, or somebody won the first one.
I'm gonna have to go look into the records and get
Yeah,
back
you
to
do.
everybody.
Go into the archives and see what's popping.
Okay, we had 2, so we're coming up
Yeah,
on
we
3.
did have 2. That's why I was like, y'all did have 2. You know, thought so.
Oh dang, I won back to wait. I knew you put me out back to back years. I don't know if I've won both though. Maybe I did. I guess I'm good. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to who Gador is. So, first one is something you sent me, and I appreciate you for this because to the media members out there, to fellow men, this was embarrassing, and this is
Cringe
Greg
worthy.
Doyle from the Indiana Star had this ridiculous question during
Caitlin
Caitlin
Clark's
Clark's
pre-interview,
press
her media
conference.
interview.
Ridiculous.
And he held up a heart. Caitlyn does this all the time, so it wasn't like it was that random. But what he went on to say was disgusting.
Caitlin, Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well, let's start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine. So, question is...
I don't know what his actual question was, and I don't care. How hard is it to be a normal human being and not an absolute weirdo? If he could say this at his job to Caitlin Clark at her first press conference, what the hell is he saying outside of it?
Right.
I'm sorry. That was the first question, the first thing you wanted to say to Caitlin Clark. I mean, just keep on saying it to me. That sounded so dirty,
Cringy
old
and
man.
creepy. Yeah.
And we know that there are a lot of dirty old men in the media game, but I'm just saying this guy didn't need to voice his creepiness.
Let's keep it professional.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
That was not cute.
Again, Greg Doyle from the Indiana Star. Make sure you find him on Twitter and let him know about it.
Go get that smoke. He's already gotten that smoke. People are already coming for him.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Hey, and then of course we got to get back to Jonte Porter. Has anyone ever been banned from the NBA for the lifetime ban? I mean, had a lifetime ban in the league.
Yeah, he's the second one.
Oh Lord!
And there's actually 16 people that have been banned.
Who else has been lifetime banned?
There's a history of a couple guys that were doing point shaving and stuff early on. One had a substance abuse issue that played for Utah Jazz many years ago. Wow. Yeah, there have been lifetime bans. We just have not seen it nor paid attention, but we're paying attention now.
Huh.
He got that ban.
Got the ban.
Now Michael Porter Jr.'s got to carry his whole family.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be carrying little bro, that's for sure. Yeah. The NBA did their investigation or found that he had betted 13 games himself. 3 were multiple parlays, with 1 including the Raptors. He apparently used an associate's online betting account and placed over $54,000 worth of bets from January to March of this year. So in 3 months, he spent $50,000.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Like, you don't think they're going to find out and figure this out. The way that betting is now in sports with all this stuff kind of coming up, there's going to be ways they're going to find these things out. Like, that's just it.
But, like I told you, I take issue to the fact that the NBA, NFL, all of those have to be a partner of sponsorship to DraftKings and FanDuel and all of that to be in their faces about the betting thing. They're walking through a tunnel and you got DraftKings posted and plastered up and all this stuff. Like, why does that deal of sponsorship or Caesars Sportsbook or MGM and all that, why does that have to be incorporated with sports as partners and sponsorships? I know it's big money.
Very good
and that's
question.
pretty much the bottom line. But at the same time, I think people that have gambling addictions and that kind of thing, it's just like in your face.
It's hard to stay away from.
And I could counter that with like saying, you know, ads with alcohol, and you have the beer commercials and all of that, but you're not having it plastered all through the hallways of the tunnels for them. Enticing these people to bet with DraftKings and all that all in your face.
Listen, I don't think it's not going to get any better. It's just
No.
going to be about who does it more in a smart, who's more smart about it, who's able to figure out, you know, there's always some kind of shortcut. So we'll see what happens. But
I just
it's
think
a
that
big
should have never
issue.
been a thing to do.
There's
with
a lot
all
of people
sports
out there that are literally going through, you know, have no savings, can't pay mortgage and rent because of their gambling problems. Because it's
I just
always
don't think
like
the two
that
should
next
cross
one's going to
paths. I
win.
think you could definitely have it, but I don't think they should be partnered up with these sports, these NFL and MLB, and you know.
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, you already have the Ohtani situation with the interpreter,
and a few others that are
and a few others. I mean, God.
Yeah.
What does that look
I don't
like?
know. I don't know. And not that he's a Jugador loco, but we gotta talk about Jason Kelce losing his Super Bowl ring in a pool full of chili. You know that we've seen Jason and Travis getting their degrees at Cincinnati. They also hosted the Great Lobby Games at the University of Cincinnati. There's one competition that's between athletes and athletics, and they're supposed to dive into pools of chili. And apparently this is where Jason lost his Super Bowl ring. People tried looking for it, couldn't find it. And he said on the New Heights podcast that basically by now, all that chili that was in the pool or whatever has been disposed of. So literally the ring is just gone.
That was stupid. I'm sorry.
What are you wearing your Super Bowl ring while doing these competitions?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's stupid.
But one of the comments was, this is a very Jason Kelce way. If you were to lose your ring, this would be the Jason Kelce way to lose it. So.
Absolutely.
That's always.
I'm sure they'll replace the ring. I'm sure he's gonna get another.
He said he has insurance on it. They're gonna file a claim,
I'm sure
but it's just kind of like, well, what do you do?
But still, like, really, bruh. Yeah, he was loco for that.
Hey, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah,
I don't know.
But it's funny. Chili.
Yeah, that's the You Big Dummy award for sure.
He is. Like, that was stupid.
Let's get into some Vegas sports. Shout out to the Golden Knights who did get it into the playoffs.
Yes, I was at that game against Minnesota Wild. It was like,
we don't have an exact time or day or who we're playing yet, as there's still some spots. We did get bumped into the third place now for the Pacific. We've won our last, I think, 3 games?
Yeah.
2 or 3 games?
Yeah. I was at that Minnesota Wild game where it was like the win or go home. That was the big one.
Absolutely. I'm actually headed to the Ducks game with them tomorrow. It's the last home game at T-Mobile, so I'm excited to see that. Shout out to Sarah for the invite. So yeah, we've got more Vegas playoffs. They've already released some playoff gear, I think, at the Arsenal, so go check that out if you're in town. They also released the new mural for Los VGK.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. I can't wait to get some pictures by it. So this is down in the Arts District by Casa Don Juan.
Oh, perfect. It's like along the wall with the championship one and the Aces one. It's all on that road there.
Cool. So they had a big unveiling on Monday. A lot of local Hispanic graffiti artists were involved with this, and of course, the purple jersey is for Hispanic Heritage Month, so that's why that's out there. And of course, Chance was up in the pictures. So if you're in the Arts District, go check it out. It's on Main Street. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like that they did that.
We've got to talk about our Aces. These Aces picks we got in, of course. Listen, the Syracuse guard, Aisha Fair, I just, to get her in the second round was amazing. Kate Martin was only coming to the draft to support Caitlin, to watch.
Expecting the pick.
Not at all.
Oh my God.
She wasn't expecting it. She's actually middle of a row, and they made her move to the outside before and told her to put her phone down. She gets picked up. Great score. We know Becky loves shooters. Then you got Elizabeth Kitley, Virginia Tech. She is a center. She's injured right now. She had got injured I think towards the end of the season. I don't think she'll be able to play this season, but I'm not positive. And then, of course, Angel Jackson, only the second HBCU player to
Right.
come out and get drafted in the
Shout
WNBA.
out to
So
Jackson State for having her. Winner.
talent.
Talent.
They also showed Bria Bill, who we signed earlier. She was in the lab getting some shots in. And we got to talk about Miss Asia, who was at, listen, Time Magazine's list of 100 most influential people in the world. And then this,
And
that was, she was also, what?
She's in that woman. She is that woman to do it. She is.
And she was part of, that's why she was in Paris, because that's where Nike did their unveiling for the Olympics. So that's where a lot of her shots were coming from. We saw her in that black Nike outfit. But yeah, so Asia's that one. And we got her. So.
And she shares that with Patrick Mahomes, Raji P. Henson, one of the Brazilian soccer players. It's a few people on that list. So shout out to the 2024 list, because that's amazing. That's huge.
I know. Yeah, we can't believe. Yeah, Fair falling to us in the second round.
I know.
Almost.
I know. Do not doubt her. I think she's very scrappy, and she is a shooter, and she's fast and quick. And I think, man, I can't wait to see it. I just hope she's not on a wave list. I think she's going to show out. I really do.
So here's where the questions lie. This right here is the current roster. So I believe there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 18 people on our roster. So that means we have to cut 6. That includes Bria Beal and our, Megan Gustafson, as well as Bria Hartley, and then our draft picks. Out of this list, you got to cut 6. And I'm not positive if they allow Kitley to stay on the team if she's injured for the entire season, if they still are allowed to have that extra roster spot or not. But it means you're cutting 6 players, maybe 5. Yeah. I don't, where does that happen?
Well, it could be some veterans on the team that go, or it could be.
I mean, I figure we know who's not going. We know that much. So we know Jackie, Kelsey,
Asia.
They're not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Yeah. Candace just signed a 1-year deal. I doubt they would cut her, but
she's not going anywhere either. She's
not.
Yeah.
But then you've got everybody else that, everybody loves Sydney Colson. She's like the moral, she's like the rock of the team that I think everybody's grown to love and stay there. Alicia Clark, Kirsten Bell, that has become an amazing player that we've seen. She did amazing in the Athletes Unlimited this last season. I don't know. It's tough. This is going to be tough.
It ain't that tough.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I got my thoughts on who can go.
I know.
We gotta see how they do.
I know. I get it. I just feel like for that guard, the guard forward position, I don't know.
I would hate to lose Sydney, but I put her more on the admin side of that, or coaching side or something. But that would be one of my things.
Throw her into the assistant section, but it's just tough,
She's a great veteran.
She definitely helped them last few games when we were only having 6-7 players in that championship run. I mean,
exactly.
With all the injuries we had. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the training camp and what the preseason leads up to. So we will see how that goes. We also give a shout out to Kelsey Plum. Her dog class for 2024 roster has been invited and accepted. Nika Moole, Fair, Anisha Morrow, Lanston, Georgia Moore, Raven Johnson, Malaysia Fawali, Rivers, Isaiah James, Cheyenne Sellers, Deja Kelly, and KK Arnold will all take part in the Kelsey Plum Under Armour dog class. I love that. You're not only learning skills on the court, but you're learning how to handle your mental health, how to handle your financial, how to get those NIL deals, how to work the banks and the system to be able to save your money and, have longevity. So really cool for her. Yeah, I don't know. Sheesh. The Lights are playing actually right now. They started at 7:30. They're at home. They're in the that Lamar Hunt Cup, the 3rd round. So for all those at Cashman enjoying the game, They'll also be playing on Saturday as well against Rhode Island. At 5 o'clock on Saturday. Saturday is also the day where you can go early and do the little walkthrough at the new club seats and stuff, and to check those out.
Oh,
So,
that's right.
yeah.
So wait a minute, do they not have the llamas anymore?
I don't think the llamas are there. Well, I think one llama's passed away, and then they had
Yes,
another
they
llama.
replaced it with another llama, and I'm
Yeah,
just
but I don't think they
curious.
lasted that long. I think the llama became a gimmick that wasn't. Listen, the Lights have been winning. The Lights are over
They have.
500. They've
They
got a
have been
good
winning. But I still miss the
coaching,
llamas.
ownership, redoing the field, and I
You could have done something with the llamas, I feel like.
I gotta get there. I just
At
gotta
least do something with the little llamas.
I
The
know.
llamas.
I know.
But that's okay. Jose Batista's making magic over there with these guys, and it's just
Yeah,
great
he
to see a
is.
takeover. And like
Yes,
you
he
said,
is.
Saturday
He
you get to see a
is.
little tour of how that. It looks like a great setup, so I'm not hating. I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I like my lights, so
I do too.
we
What's
gotta
up,
go.
Arlington? Thanks for joining the show. We appreciate
Hey,
you. I know he's got yeah. I'm sorry, Arlington. We haven't been tapping into the UFL. Is it UFL now? I can't remember. Oops.
well, since Vegas lost it, I haven't been paying any attention
I mean, the
because we don't
Vipers
have a
were
team.
gone. I
We
actually
don't
came
have
across
we don't
my
have a team
Vipers
here
hat
anymore.
and
I
was
haven't
like,
really been
oh, sad
in it.
tears.
I know
Not
he's a
really.
Battlehawks guy. Big ups to Battlehawks. Like I don't know. I don't know.
I know. Speaking of which, Chris, yes, the Tacoma Rainiers, the farm team for the Seattle Mariners, are in town. The Aviators have not been doing so well. They're 5-10 right now currently. They lost and got shut out to the Tacoma Rainiers last night, 14-0. This is the 7th game of their 12-game home stretch. But Friday is Finn the batdog night for the jersey. First 2,000 fans in get a jersey. The reason why they're having Finn the Bad Night, Mo, is because Finn is retiring.
Is he already?
He's been there for a while, but you remember the last time we
He's been working his butt off retrieving those bats. So yeah, it's time.
and the last time the last couple games I've been to, there was 2 dogs. So I know there was a training. I don't know if it was, I can't remember what her name was. I think it was a girl dog, but she was in training, and that is like the next step. So
okay.
goodbye, Finn, the bat dog.
Aw.
We will be missed and
Yeah,
loved.
Finn worked hard. He worked hard for those Aviators. He really did.
He really, really
And he was quick with it too.
I love that guy. I love that dog, man. I
Me
just
too.
talent.
Finn.
Vegas Thriller playing right now too. Today was the Vegas Golden Night VGK
Yeah,
day.
I saw that.
Yes, so that gold jersey on the left, I think they have it for auction. And so it's pretty cool. I've been missing games, but I am going on Saturday. This Saturday, I'll be going to the game. So yes, big time. First time to get out there. They only have 3 home games left this Saturday, and then on the May 1st is military night, and then May 6th. So if you haven't gone, get out there to Lee's Family Forum.
Yeah, I was about to say they're playing at LFF.
The LFF. The LF squared.
Yeah,
okay. And then we got to show we had a good time in the Desert Dogs game last weekend.
That was a good look.
They actually won. They put it on. They have another game this Saturday for the Tucker Out Lymphoma jersey auction. All the jerseys the players wear will be auctioned off, as well as game balls and shoes and other items. So I believe they're 25% off right now. So if you want to go get a ticket or you need the code, let me know.
Yeah.
I had a text so that they were 25% off. So big deal for them.
Game. It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Glad we pulled off a win.
Let's talk about some play-ins. We saw your Lakers. Barely pull it off. I mean, you were what? Weren't you guys up by like a lot? Like 16 points or something at some point?
Did you watch the game or no?
I did watch the game.
Okay. So then you know the answer to that.
They won.
Right. And that's all that matters. So I don't care about whether we were up and when we were down. We won. We pulled it off. Zion actually had an injury that I didn't even notice when he got carried off into the locker room. I guess he pulled a hammy, so he's not going to be playing in the next.
No, you must not have
tournament,
realized
but-
it because you must not have your volume on. Because once they even walked one step, the announcer was like, "Oh my God, Zion, he's hurt!
No,
Oh,
I
look at him
heard all that,
grimace!
but I
Look at
didn't
him
see the
grimace!"
injury. I didn't know what the heck it was. He was like good, and
Hamstring
then he started
injury, yeah. But the guy put
cringing.
up 40 points. It seemed like he had a great game up until
He
the
did,
injury
but
with
he's
like
injury
30
prone,
minutes
this
and
guy.
something left.
And
AD
he
had
lost
that
70
huge
points, so that's
rebound for
good.
you guys that got him in. I just,
The old man did his thing too.
yeah.
Well, the old man pulled it off again. 22 points, I think 24 points he ended with LeBron.
Okay.
And we move on. And a lot of people were saying that maybe we should have thrown that game so we don't have to face Denver. I'm saying let's bring it. I want all the smoke. Let's go.
Well, you're getting them. That's for sure.
Yeah, we are. I mean, this is something we're gonna have to face. So let's go. Like I'm not shook about nothing. Because if I recall, we got close to the finals last season, beating out a Golden State Warrior team, and then we got knocked out. But then, like, you just never know where it goes. I don't think we can match up to OKC, but I think we definitely have a chance with Denver.
Yeah. Well, they're up in here, Sports Life. They talking in here crazy a little bit. The Lakers have played in each and every play-in. We shouldn't have let the Lakers win, and hating the play-in. The play-in is
Oh, let us
interesting.
win. Are you serious right now? Where's Brandon Ingram in all of this? Okay.
But you know what didn't win? Oh, look at the Warriors. Goodness gracious. I didn't catch the whole game because I just wasn't entertained after a while. But I hadn't realized that Clay literally had 0 points.
I did. I watched it. It was sad.
0
I watched the whole ship go
points.
down, and I feel bad. I texted my mom and I called her today offering condolences and stuff. She's literally ready to pack her bags and go to OKC. She's done.
Not OKC.
She just like winners. She doesn't like being in the loser column, taking a huge L for this.
That's a huge L.
It is a huge L. I mean, Steph literally carried half the points on his back.
It's wild. So then it's like, is this the end of the Steph, Clay, Draymond era?
It needs to be. It's a few of them that need to go. I would keep Draymond, but I'd start Draymond off the second. You know what I mean? But Clay can go. He's going free agency. He needs to kind of look into reevaluate that, because that's, and a few other people. I keep a couple of the young ones that were there. It's not fair to Steph Curry to have this kind of situation. And I just feel like this big three in the dynasty for them is a little bit over. It's sad. But
it is
maybe
sad
rebuild
and unfortunate.
But Clay, it's time to punch your ticket, dog, for real. 0 points. Can I play in?
It'll be weird to see Clay in a non-Warriors uniform, that's for sure.
That won't be weird for me. It'll be just as easily satisfying because they don't need him.
No.
I mean, he come off the bench from wherever other team too. His injuries is what messed him up.
Right.
I don't know. Right. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes. The Bulls and the Hawks are playing right now. We'll see how that
halftime right now. Yeah.
Who's up? You got a score?
Oh, your Bulls are.
Oh, yay. Let's go, Chicago.
Yeah, with Trae Young back and everything.
I can't remember what I was watching. I feel like it was like Elle Duncan's show with her co-host was like, oh, the Bulls aren't even in the play-ins because they had been both taking like 2 vacation days and weren't keeping up. And I'm like, how do you not realize the Bulls are in the play-ins? I was like cussing at the screen, but anyway.
Well, it's shockingly that they're there, but at the same time.
It's very shocking, but I mean, for those that don't know, they're in there and this is what's happening.
Yeah, they are.
So. And if they can win without DeRozan's daughter in attendance, that's going to be like an upper leg because, last year she was the reason why they helped boost them into getting into
absolutely.
Yeah. Also, Team USA has been announced. The guys were given and invited with jerseys and accepted this week today. So got our 12-man team. Now, the question is that people are wondering, I think Kawhi was the last pick for 12, but people are wondering, is this going to be the best NBA dream team? Is this going to be the best Olympic team compared to like the dream team? Someone called it the what is it called? I forgot the word, our word.
Reconstruction?
Not reconstruction. It was like not reconciliation. It was like the makeup team. Like they're trying to make up for all the bad teams they've had in the last like few Olympics. So we'll see. They all got their jerseys today. AD, LeBron, Steph, KD, Booker.
Yeah, I would agree. Holiday over Dame is and Brunson is a little bit egregious. I would have them in there.
Yeah.
But, if he's there for defensive reasons, I don't know. Like, these Euro leagues are coming hot with these teams that they're in these countries they're representing. So it's probably going to be a good even match. But
yeah, well, then you got to think about every year more and more players are playing for their home countries or other countries too.
That's
so
what I'm saying. So
they're going to be
facing
facing
up against Joker
competition for sure.
and Luka.
They definitely have tougher competition nowadays than they did on the same
do.
team, but I just don't think like you can ever outdo the
I mean, we can't count USA out ever, but yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, Major League Baseball, they all celebrated Jackie Robinson Day on Monday, which was dope. It's always great to see all the teams out there. The Dodgers, of course, going beyond and making it. I can't remember who they played on Monday, but that team with them, I think it was the Brewers, maybe. I can't remember.
No, we played the Padres, I believe.
Padres. So they all did like a whole celebration outside at his statue.
They do that, which is great.
Yeah. I like the hats they gave out. That was a good giveaway for Jackie Robinson Day. I also always love seeing the socks that they had. Like the one Mariners had these dope ass Jackie Robinson.
I like the fact that they released some sneakers for Jackie Robinson Day that I definitely could not get my hands on, but they were pretty fly.
You will one day. You'll get there. You'll get it there.
What are we gonna do? It's all good. But Dodgers just taking L's, man. The Padres just have our number. They just beat us all the way through. But yeah.
Listen, the Mariners are on a 4-game win streak. Don't break out the champagne just yet.
Yeah, I'm not celebrating. I'm actually encouraging these L's for us just so we could get. But shout out to Mookie Betts for being 5 of 5 in his hits, home runs. He is that guy. Like, it's just gonna take some time, but I like where we're kind of sitting right now in the league, and we just gotta kind of change up our batting order and just kind of figure out players out, and it's okay. Because when we do all these great wins, we never make it to the big dance. So maybe this is probably
so take some L's now and figure it out.
Take some L's now, figure it out, try to get into the system.
Hey, I'm just happy to be above the Astros at this point because Astros are like bottom of the AL. I think they're the second to last team.
I haven't looked at their ranking. I have to look and see.
It's crazy to see. I know Verlander is going to be back. I think he comes back on Friday for his debut for the season, but still, like the Astros and So as long as my Mariners are over that, I can't be too bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, we beat the Nationals today, so I'll take that too. But I'm just saying, like, it's gonna take us some time.
I'm just saying. I don't know if anybody out there was cruising the Newport Beach area, but you might have seen Coach Harbor out there because he'd been camping in his motorhome over there off Newport for a while up until his family came in town to move into their house. So it was cool to see him, and I think his offensive coordinator or somebody were both out there getting their man life in on their RVs down at.
Well, he did admit to saying he was going to be living in a camper for a while. He was going to do the mobile home.
Yeah, so it was cool. He's got a Quantum 4 motor coach. Yeah, interesting.
Go around Newport Beach. That's a great destination for you to camp.
That's a great place to be camping. I would love to be out there in a motorhome.
Absolutely, 100%. Love Newport Beach.
Easily. Yeah. Not a whole lot going on in the NFL right now, but I know they said that Bill Belichick's going to be co-hosting the draft show. We got to talk about the draft too. The draft is going to be next week because there just wasn't enough time this week. Of course, you got the NFL draft happening starting next Thursday. I think where is it at this year?
I'm not sure.
Is it in Indiana? I know someone can chime in if it's. I don't know. It's not in Vegas. It's all that matters to me because the draft here was live. But Bill Belichick will be joining Pat McAfee. Right?
Very good. Very good.
I just got to keep thinking McDonald's McAfee. He'll be joining Pat McAfee's show for the draft. So that'll be interesting. Apparently, Detroit. Chris, are you going? I don't know if Chris is still in here. But yeah, that's Chris's town right there.
Yeah, it is. He was
I
just
wouldn't
there.
mind going to Detroit for the draft, but that's next week, and that's not going to happen. So,
How cold
yeah,
is it though?
it'll be a
I
good
don't
look
know.
out there for that. I think as long as the weather can cooperate and behave. I
Yeah, I'm
don't.
like, how cold is it still out there? I don't know. This
Well,
is
you know,
not
they've been
like
having those weird, like my mom, who's in Montana. Granted, it's not there, but I'm saying, like, you know, that upward part of the U.S. gets weird storms, and she's gonna have supposed to have snow like next week or
yeah, no,
something, or
thank you.
tomorrow. No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
thank you. I would rather see all of that action in July, but this being April, I can't. It's too predictable. We're about to hit 80s and 90s here. We're good.
Listen,
We're so good.
that 90's gonna be tough for the first time being 90.
I know.
I don't
That's
know.
why.
It's pool time. That's all I know is it's pool
Yeah,
time,
right.
pool season.
Exactly.
Let's get this together. So the Arizona Coyotes are playing like their final game in Arizona. They officially will be moving to Salt Lake City. They won't keep the name. The new ownership is with the same as the Utah Jazz, will be taking over and renaming the team. They've asked for ideas, but the Coyotes are getting out of. Well, I won't. The NHL team in Arizona is leaving. There possibly could be a Coyotes in the future. We just don't know. It's a tough one out there. They
I
were
don't know
playing
whether
that. I didn't realize they were
that
playing in a college arena this whole time.
Utah.
You,
Jesus.
who
That's
wants
right
to?
up there, that's perfect.
I know there. If there was a
Park City,
transfer
you got
portal, if there was a
you got
transfer
all
portal
that.
for NHL players, half that team would be like, "I'm ready to go. Put me somewhere else."
Yeah,
Like,
it's cold in Utah. They got snow. They got the Park City situation, ski slopes. I guess. Yeah. All right.
among
Whatever.
other things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, yeah. And of course we got some girl power we want to shout out. I know this someone had posted it in our group on Facebook, so I want to put it here because I did want to say it last week, but I forgot to. This is Jillian Albayati. So she made Division II history. She played for both the softball and the baseball teams in the same day. Legit. Go ahead, Jillian.
Yeah. That's beast mode for real.
In the same day.
Yeah. How do you do that?
Well, not to mention you're playing on the baseball, but then on the same day and pitched, and oh my gosh,
Yeah,
so,
that's very efficient.
that's girl power. I
Yeah,
know
it
you had
is.
shared this one. Morgan Prince became the first
Yes.
HBCU student to earn a title at the USA Gymnastics Women's Collegiate All-Around
I know. Look
Competition.
at us getting noticed.
Repping for Fisk. Fisk also was the first HBCU to participate in the NCAA championships
Yeah.
for cheerleading back in January 2023. So
I know. Look at them.
I
Magic's
love
coming
it.
through.
I love it. And then, shout out to Beyonce and Dawn. Beyonce gave Dawn a wonderful, showered her with flowers, gave her flowers,
Good.
also gave her a bunch of Cowboy Carter merch
Love it.
to rock. And her letter was really sweet that she said, "Me and my entire family have been watching and cheering you guys on all season." So
I love it. And shout out to the parade they had, because that parade was fire when they got
the
back.
parade, the
It was.
cars.
It was all of that. And I
Shout
think
out to Camilla for doing the parade and getting on a good one, and next day at the draft in New York.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, it's great. And I mean, they were celebrating their butts off. You would have like
they were having a
championship.
grand old time.
Like championship. And I don't think people are talking enough about South Carolina being undefeated this whole time, as well as winning a championship. Like we've been
Undefeated and
overshadowed.
taking the championship.
Yeah, that whole thing's been overshadowed. But I love that Beyonce took the time to have
And
that
having a whole new
recognition.
starting five.
Yeah, yeah. She lost all that. But I love that Beyonce took the time to take that recognition and
That was very sweet. Now, if we could just catch Beyonce at a Gamecock game, like, boop.
Man, I don't think she can.
Yes,
I think it's good if she does it, because it takes attention away. It's like you don't want to do that. You want these girls to be, we're watching.
But you want to show the support too.
They're showing support by the viewership.
There's probably levels to this. Like the Beyonce level might be a little too high for it, but there's levels.
Well, it is. It's going to be a big distraction. I wouldn't want, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to do any of that takes attention away from these girls.
Maybe she could just be in one that I guess they probably don't have suites, but she could be in a suite or something.
I don't know. I wouldn't let anyone know she was in the building.
I don't think that she would, or her security team detail would probably want her to be known that she was in the building. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she good where she at. At least she knows game, recognized game.
Game recognized game.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot before we leave you, because we're gonna wrap this up, but I didn't play Kelsey Plum's new commercial with State Farm. And this is gotta love Kelsey. Go ahead, KP. Dog.
I need a bucket.
Bucket? I'm a walking bucket.
Kelsey Plum.
I got clutch buckets.
No.
I got deep buckets.
No.
Easy buckets.
Girl.
I got it. You want a floater? Splash!
Splash. I need a bucket.
Oh, you don't need me. You need, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ooh, State Farm can help with this. Just file a claim on the app or give us a call.
I get buckets and assist.
I get buckets and assist. But where was Jake? Was Jake too good for this commercial? I'm curious. That's all. I don't know.
I need that Jake money too.
Yeah, right. Jake everywhere.
Do that
Jake
for my girl too.
Jake was at the draft. Jake is everywhere. So, but good luck for Kelsey Plum getting all that as endorsements and working the commercials, and we love seeing it. So,
and we need to. You forgot one lady, one particular lady that did the bombest thing ever that I sent you. Shout out to Donna Green, grandmother of 12, broke the Guinness World Record for planking. She's a grandmother of 12.
She holds the new record. Yeah,
holds the new record. 4 hours and 30 minutes.
I can't even do 10 minutes, probably.
I can't do 2. Talk about
was she on her elbows or was she on her hands?
She's on full plank, like your full
Good
foot.
God.
Like she's on her elbows, but at the same time, you're still holding all that core in for 4.5 hours.
No, absolutely not. Shout out to her. Yes, that was a while back, so I probably didn't go back that far enough.
Yeah, just a couple days ago. But yeah, Donna Green is her name.
Amazing.
4.5 hours. She's 58 years old, so shout out to her at the age group.
Give it up to her. Give it up to her.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That is it for this week. We appreciate you. Thank you for sticking and tuning in with us. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girlchatsports. How about share it with a friend? Invite someone that you know that loves sports into our Girlchatsports Facebook group. Find us on all social media at Girlchatsports. And we will see you next week.
Yes.
All right.
Bye. All right, we're out. Go Lakers. Third of great.